Welcome to Shadow and Light, where unsung heroes are not only remembered, but reborn. I'm Cowdery Page, and this episode is called The Quiet Fire. Tonight, we honor the women poets of the Harlem Renaissance, Anne Spencer, Helene Johnson, Mae V. Cowdery, and others. Women whose brilliance sparked movements, even when history tried to dim their flame. The poems you're about to hear are not theirs, but they are for them. Each piece you'll hear is an original work I've written, inspired by their lives, lit by their words, and grounded in the beauty, fire, and resistance they left behind. Their poetry lives on, and tonight we echo that quiet fire with our own. First, we have Anne Spencer with The Gardener's Tongue. For Anne Spencer, The Gardener's Tongue. You tended to words like your garden, each verse wrapped in sunlit defiance. A fence couldn't cage your syntax, nor Virginia's silence mute your song. I know the immortality of a germ, you wrote. And what else is a poem, if not a seed that outlives soil? You taught us to whisper loudly, to write love as resistance, to find the good in a flower, and fury in a carefully turned phrase. And your garden still grows and speaks forevermore. From gardens to city sidewalks, we find another quiet flame. Helene Johnson. Only a teenager when she published In the Crisis magazine, but her voice carried the voltage of entire movements. For Helene Johnson, bronze and bold. Bronze, girl, sharp smile, jazz in your fingertips. You walked around Harlem like a poem learning to dance. You are disdainful and magnificent. And so were you. You called out the richness of blackness before it was safe to love ourselves out loud. Helen, you made words strut, gave our pride a silhouette, and left your sass pressed into every stanza. We remember you in rhythm and time. Not all women wrote from New York. Some, like Mae V. Cowdery, poured their longing into lines from quieter corners. She published just one collection in her lifetime, but her verses carry a storm. For Mae V. Cowdery, The Cry Beneath the Glass. They said you were elegant, but your pen knew ache too well. You wrote of longing, not just for love, but for a world that could hold you fully. I am a flame of joy that has slowly turned to ice, you confessed. And still you offer warmth to every page that touched your hand. May, we see you now, fire thawed, voice that's risen. For Georgia Douglas Johnson, the house that held us. Before there were institutions to nurture Black art, there were living rooms, and in Georgia Douglas Johnson's home, poetry didn't just live, it gathered. She was the architect of space, a host of the Harlem mind, and yet her own words often held sorrow, quiet but unflinching. You open your door like others open books. Let them sit in your parlor, sip your silence, feed on your fire. The heart of a woman falls back with the night. You knew what it meant to cradle nations, then wash their cups after. Your poems never shouted, but they didn't need to. They seeped like ink through linen. They bruised gently. Georgia, you were the room where revolution took off its coat and stayed a while. Tonight, I wrote something for all of them, for every woman who was a footnote, a line break, a name mispronounced or erased. For the women who wrote anyway, you weren't looking for spotlights, you were lighting candles in the dark. You were ink and iron, silence and sound, a love letter to your people, folded inside a revolution. Your quiet fire still burns inside our skin. We speak because you did. We write because you dared to. Anne, Helen, Mae, Georgia, their names are not shadows. They are flames, and we carry the match. This is Shadow and Light. I'm Cowdery Page. Until next time, keep listening between the lines.